Alright, so I want to ask my user the size of the group they are traveling with. So in order to do that, I'm going to use a number card here and drag it down. And to ask the question to the user, we will ask how big a group are you traveling with, and make sure that the type of value to be extract is number, and we will create a variable name group size and hit enter. And so now what that allow us to do is within our chatbot we can capture the group size or capture different pieces of information that our visitor inputs into the chatbot, and we can store that information to either use later in the workflow or to create condition logic in branches chatbots into different part that we can go down. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So we are capturing the group size from our visitor, and then based on the group size we want to route down them to different location around the world. So if they have, I don't know, about 4 people traveling, we will send them to Niagara Falls. If they are traveling with 6 to 10 people, we can send to London. And if they are traveling with more than 10 people, we can send them to Great Pyramids in Egypt. Okay, something like that. I'm just making this up as I go. But in order to do that, we are going to have to add our third most important element inside Botpress, something called an expression. Alright, so I'm going to drag 3 expression into my very first introduction node. Alright, now the reason I am doing 3 is because I am going to have 3 potential new paths that my chatbot can take our visitor down based on what their response is to this group size. Question from example. For example, I came into this first expression right here. I came over here and give it a condition. And a lot of this is AI driven, which is pretty awesome. So look, I can say that if group size is less than 5 and hit enter, it will automatically give me a condition saying that workflow.group size is less than 5. So our first expression is created. So basically if that variable that I created group size is less than 5, well, I can route this down to another node. Alright, I am going to come to my second expression and I am going to do the same thing. If the group size is, so from second expression we are going to do the same thing, writing if group size is more than 5 but less than 10 and pressing enter. Perfect. We have got our condition written in logic saying that the group size is more than 5 but it is less than 10. We will be doing same thing from third expression. If group size is more than 10 and hit enter. Alright, sweet. So we have our node which houses our card, which give us in form of expression logic that we can then use to build different paths from our chatbots. So now that we have our conditional expression in here, I am going to add another node, name it Niagara Falls. And I am going to map our first expression card, that is if group size is less than 5, to this Niagara Falls node. And we are going to add a card to this Niagara Falls. We will be adding a text card here and we will be sending a message, perfect, your group size is, then I am going to do @group size. So I am going to pull in that variable because we are going to storing their answer into that variable. I am now going to present that number back to them so they know I am listening to them. Now I am going to add another card here and gonna say something like that: for a group that size, we recommend going to Niagara Falls. Alright, cool. Now I am going to add another card here. It's going to say something like, for a group that size, we recommend going to Niagara Falls. Alright, cool. So I am going to add two more nodes here. First node is, let's say, second node London, and the third node, let's say, pyramids. And we will be mapping this to the London and the last node to the pyramids, and we will be doing the same add text card. So we have our introductory node now, which asks our visitor their group size. We use that different group size to route down our visitor different path of our chat flow, and then we are presenting our visitor with three different options based on their input of the group size. Now what do we want to do after this? After this, we want to send all of our user to a question node. Basically, once we given them, hey, you are going to Niagara Fall, I want to ask our user, hey, do you have any other question or not?